Happy Monday. Welcome to the morning tea. I'm Maddison Hill.
And I am Courtney Revolution.
Hello. It is a great day. We made it another week. At this point, just making it to the next week is a celebration in and of itself.
Yes, it is, Maddison Hill. Yes, it is. You ain't never lie, girl. You ain't never lie.
It really is. I'm like, well, we made it to Monday. Now we got to see what this week brings. You never freaking know. But you guys, at least one thing I do know is that we have a lot of good tea on this Monday. Mm-hmm. We are going to talk all about Khloe and Tristan and all of the things from True's birthday party. She posted him on her Instagram. They were acting like one big happy family. We're going to have to get into it. That's all I can say.
I was following along here and there, and I said, oh, goody. Mm-hmm. Go off.
Yep. When I opened my eyes this morning and saw that he was on her Instagram story, I was like, okay, this is where we're going today. All right, I need to get into it. I wish it was Tequila Tuesday, but it is not. Unfortunately, it is only Monday. Whew, but that's
tomorrow,
okay.
Girl.
Tomorrow. I'm sure there will be more tomorrow. We also have news about Kylie and Travis. They were apparently quarantining together this weekend in Palm Springs. Video proof. Don't know what Mason Disick's going to have to say about that. We got to talk about Courtney and her wishing that she's pregnant. Don't know what's happening with that either. We also are going to talk about Selena Gomez. Yes, we did see her new interview. We'll break that down. We also, of course, are talking about Tom Hanks. We're talking about Future. We're talking about Billie Eilish. We're talking about Lizzo and Diddy and that whole drama this weekend. We also are talking One Direction news. More good reunion news.
Maddison.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this. Before we get started, there's something that I would like to address because I have my
guess?
You could go ahead and guess. Because I meant to tell you before the pre-show Kiki, but I forgot. But now I'm looking over
at Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj?
It don't have nothing to do with nobody's Doja and nobody's Queen of Rap. No, ma'am.
Dang it. Okay, because I saw that and this morning and I was like, just people talking on Twitter, I was like, I'm going to have to ask Courtney to explain this to me because this looks like some Twitter drama.
I wanna address the Beliebers today. Because I don't know if you know, but we were canceled over the weekend.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yes, I don't know if you guys knew that we were canceled over the weekend because myself and Maddison said that Justin Bieber dropped his nature visual at the same time of Selena Gomez's boyfriend music video trying to take away her shine. Now, all of the spam in the comments, right, of y'all saying, Justin's been releasing the same time on Friday. He's been doing this. Y'all activated my trap card because I went and I did my homework. Now, we have Habitual, April 10th. That's on Friday. That was Selena's day. We had a Yummy remix go up on April 8th. That's Wednesday. At Least For Now went up April 6th. That's Monday. Changes Nature Visual went up on April 2nd. That's a Thursday. So even if it went up on Friday, like, you get what I'm saying? If it went up on Thursday, that's not Friday at noon. You get what I'm saying? That's what love is. April 1st, Wednesday. Confirmation, March 30th, Monday. Changes, March 25th, Wednesday. ETA, March 23rd, Monday. Intentions, March 18th, Wednesday. Hashtag Beliebers are over party. What are y'all talking about? / leave me and Maddison alone. It's not that deep for us. We have fun. We give our opinions. But when y'all are wrong, what I say the last time when Cardi was upset? I said a hit dog will holler. Now, me and Maddison was trying to enjoy our Easter weekend, and one or two of y'all done slipped through my mention. So I said, hold on. Maybe me and Maddison made a mistake. You know, I try to see all sides of Maddison.
Right,
I said,
absolutely.
Maybe me and Maddison made a mistake. I said, now, before we get up on Monday and start looking crazy, let me just check. Because Justin might have been doing this and we might have missed it. What are y'all talking about? Monday and Wednesday is not the same as noon on a Friday, y'all. Now, we got to know the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Mm-hmm. That's all.
No, I'm so happy that you brought that up because you're exactly right. And that's what I think is so funny. A lot of times people always ask me, oh my God, the trolls have to be Cardi B fans. And I'm like, absolutely not. The worst of the worst are the Beliebers. And we never say something that isn't true. And on top of that, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we even cheers a shambong to Justin Bieber and say, bless Justin Bieber and bless this mess? So I'm just a little confused as to why everyone got their panties in a wad when we were literally being nice.
because one big account went and posted a screenshot of Moments of the Week with the title, and nobody went and watched the video. They just went and started writing in the comments and made themselves look stupid, and now just wound up getting their fave dragged again, part 2, the remix. Because now, y'all, now my question is, Friday was the first one. Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday. Why did he choose that Friday at noon to drop that music video, believers? Now, y'all can come for us on that one. Now, I just want to know why he chose that day. Now, if y'all have a reason, oh my God, please let me know, because I want to be educated, y'all. I want this to be a conversation. If Justin has been doing something secret with the believers, me and Madison want to know. But if y'all can't come with it, these are the facts, and that's how we beat shit.
What about Justin's tone-deaf talk about wealth with his wife and Kendall? If a woman would have said that, she would have been crucified. So what Julie's talking about, so do you guys remember last weekend, this was like 2 weekends ago, we talked about Justin and Haley and Kendall all being on Instagram Live, and Kendall was like, oh, I didn't think you guys would get married. That's what we were talking about from that. Mm-hmm. Well, now another clip went kind of viral over the weekend of Justin being like, we've all worked hard for this, like, we know people are struggling, and like, we're lucky we're not struggling, but we worked really hard for this.
He sat up there and he said, I know there's some crappy situations happening out there, but we have what we have, and we shouldn't feel bad because we worked hard for it. And honestly, Madison, I just felt like that was, while we're going through this, that was probably the worst thing that Justin could possibly say. To the point that Scooter is literally having the clips off of Twitter taken down, like they're being deleted off of the internet, Madison. And I just feel like that was a conversation that should have been had on FaceTime, because you can be allowed to say those tone deaf things without people from the outside being able to have an opinion like us.
Exactly. And I guess maybe that's why I get so confused why people like come for us so hard over that situation, because I'm like, no, before you go to bat for your fave, let's make sure that they're actually good representation all around. And so far, no offense, Justin has not really been doing that the past week. I don't care what you say, change my mind. Again, like Courtney said, we love to have conversations, but I just feel like you cannot go to bat for someone like that when they're literally acting a fool left and right on social media.
Not saying that Justin Bieber is an awful person. We have never said that. It's just like we've said in the past, Madison. Sometimes he makes some immature decisions.
Yes, and let us just also know, Courtney and I have also been very vocal about the fact we liked old Justin Bieber music. We just don't like changes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just wanted to make that clear, because I wanted to clear that up. Our reputation was on the line, girl. I had to defend our honor, Mulan.
I love it. I also love that you just found the closest piece of paper. Your envelope was written down.
Mail. I said, oh, you know, this is some late in the middle of the night. I can't sleep. Where's my pen? It was very much that, Madison.
See, whenever I have insomnia, I just worry about a lot of things in regards to the Tea Tribe, making sure we're covering everything. Courtney's like, you know what? Those believers, not tomorrow. I'm writing down these dates.
That's what it was.
That's why we need each other. That is why there is a he and she of tea that makes up the morning tea, because we need each other.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
We really do. All right, we have Miss Mika, my favorite duo, who always look the best. Thank you, Mika. We have a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves a tea, ya, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Monday to Mika.
Happy Monday, Mika. Okay, let's go ahead and pour up the tea. Pour it up. That sound was on. I'm laughing at Tamara because she said, I don't like Justin Bieber. Sorry, not sorry. Thanks, Tamara. We appreciate you. We love you. You've been hanging out with us from the beginning.
Madison.
As she said, no one likes changes. Calm down, believers. The Tea Tribe is on our side, at least.
I just wanted to present the facts to those of us that watch us every day and trust what's going on. I just wanted to give them that little bit of insight in case they saw all of that going on over the weekend. Madison, my mug is across the room. Can you spill the tea while I grab it? 2 seconds.
Yes, of course. It's really fine. We're going to kick it off. I'm going to cheers now my office mug, and then when Courtney comes back, we'll do another cheers, but we're going to kick it off talking about Tom Hanks. So he actually hosted SNL this weekend from his home after recovering from coronavirus. He appeared to be happy, healthy. He even poked fun at Tiger King in his monologue. So everything was good.
I'm glad that Tom Hanks is all right.
What did you say?
How come we don't hear as much about the other celebrities that have caught corona and are possibly doing well? I feel like we only really hear about like Tom Hanks and like Pink and stuff.
I agree. I also think because Tom Hanks was one of the first celebrities who was diagnosed, and he was very vocal about updating everyone at like every little step of the way. So
Hmm.
I feel like maybe that's why, but I don't know. Pink also was really quiet about it until she recovered. And then she came out and was like, I went through this, it was terrible, XYZ. But you're right, we also haven't gotten an update from Idris Elba, and him
Hmm.
and his both contracted coronavirus.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta keep our eye on that. Do some
I
check-ins.
know, I know. But shout out to Tom Hanks. I'm happy that he's fine and he got back to his roots of SNL. So talk about a little OMT moment right
That
there.
is some OMT.
Right? I know.
OMT. Hank is all right for you and me.
Yes.
That was a stretch.
Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about Future because I'm very interested to hear your thoughts about this. I also know he has a lot of baby mamas, but we're speaking
Yeah.
about one in particular. So in newly obtained court documents by TMZ, Future is putting his baby mama Eliza Serafin on blast. He claims that she continues to talk badly about him and spread misinformation to quote garner the attention of fans for herself. In these court documents, Future claims that Eliza's plan all along was to get attention and direct traffic to her online boutique by, quote, publicly claiming he is the alleged father to her daughter. Future also claims that she's profiting off of his name because she's now hosting nightclub gigs like she's a celebrity.
Okay, and why is he? What's the matter?
So this is now like the second little piece of drama that we've had because
Uh-huh.
a while back, this is like a month ago, remember when he went to court and said that he feels she purposely got pregnant to have a cash baby,
Mm-hmm.
to have this child, get
Yeah.
child support, and then obviously profit off of saying, oh, my baby daddy is Future. So this is just continuing on from that, and now he feels like she not only is trying to take his money, but also gain her own by using his name for fame.
Okay, but he slept with her, Madison.
He did.
He slept with her, and he's Future, and he has multiple babies, mamas. So he can afford them all as well. So I'm sure with any person that I slept with, I would imagine in the back of my head that this is definitely a prominent scenario that could happen. I think that she should get whatever she's getting because she's having his baby, and she is Future's baby's mother, and that
Mhm.
is his Future's baby. So what's the problem?
Right.
What if he decided to up and one day put some court documents in that say he's not gonna pay her no more? Now she's out here with Future's baby and no coin. I'd be upset. So she might as well get a bottle in the club and get a paycheck while she's at it. I'm not mad at that. That's securing the bag for me.
I also feel like you can't really complain if this was her motive because, as you said, he still went ahead and slept with her. So from my stance, I'm like, that's the risk you run when you just kind of go around and hook up with whoever. You never know somebody's intentions, and if she really came up with this plan and concocted it and was able to pull it through to fruition, I just think Future's the one who kind of looks like the idiot, and you would think he would have learned his lesson by now to be a little more careful, but
I'm
clearly
like,
he's not.
baby's mother, why he can't just finance the boutique? She might not even be doing all of this if he would just pay the little boutique bill and help her sell a couple shoes if that's what she's selling. Like I imagine she has like a shoe boutique in Miami or something like that. But like, like why not?
I imagine it too. Like all club clothes and just going out. She's living her best life.
Some cutouts, girl. Yeah.
No, I completely agree. And everyone is talking about Future. They are feeling absolutely no sympathy. Tina said, why can't she have her own bag? And then April said, how many baby mamas does he have? Do you know the actual number?
Like 6 or 7. Let me do a quick Google, Madison.
Yeah.
Sure.
Look that up real quick because I think it's 6. But this might be 7.
How many kids does Future have 2020? He has a total of 6 kids, but I don't know how many babies mother. So we can say at least between 6 and 7.
Yes. There we go.
A lot of babies.
And then Kelsey said maybe Future should stop complaining and solve his problems like getting snitched.
Hey, I agree. If I feel like if you want to have promiscuous sex and you don't want to father or mother children, you can have those procedures done so that you don't get pregnant or get someone else pregnant. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just do it, or else you're gonna have to go to court.
Exactly. And look, then no one's going to have sympathy for you either. Exactly what's happening now. Everyone's like, you made your bed now. Unfortunately, you got to lie in it.
He don't lie in it already, girl. Now you got to stay in it. You got to tuck him in now, girl.
And he might need to record some more music to help fund all of this situation.
Call somebody. Call all the rappers for that album.
Exactly. Okay, we're going to move on and talk about Billie Eilish. She made some comments on body shamers, and if you guys remember, earlier this year she posted a video of herself in a bikini during a trip to Hawaii with her friends, and I remember when that was posted, everyone freaked out. We didn't actually even get to see her entire body. It was mainly just like high waist up, but because obviously Billie Eilish normally is, wearing baggy clothes and she never really puts her body on display, everyone freaked out. And she actually opened up about this moment with a recent interview with Dazed, and Billie said, quote, "It was trending. There were comments like, I don't like her anymore because as soon as she turns 18, she's a whore. Like, dude, I can't win. I cannot win." She went on to say that she can't stress enough. She just wears whatever she wants to wear. It literally has nothing to do with trying to please anybody.
I feel like sometimes people just say stuff just to feel like they were part of a conversation. And I wish that at least at this age Billie could understand that, and maybe she does. It sucks to be so young and have literally the whole world have some sort of an opinion. I think that she's great. I wish that she wouldn't be crucified for being out and wearing whatever she wants, though.
Right.
That's what sucks, especially because she's a woman, a young lady.
Right. I guess my issue with it is, and she's right, she really can't win either way. She wears baggy clothing. People criticize her of, why are you trying to be different? Why are you trying to make this statement? Who cares? And then she finally shows her body for the first time, and then she gets the opposite reaction of like, well, we thought you didn't care about this. And it's like, holy expletive. This poor girl literally is in a lose-lose situation no matter what, which I think, it makes what she did at her concert recently. Remember how she did that video in the intermission of her kind of stripping down? I think it makes that moment so much more powerful because it's, again, all about her taking control and her making the statement that, like, whatever I want to do and whatever I want to wear is on me, and how about you don't even worry about it?
And we have to remember also that people are allowed to grow, change, and evolve. We do that every single day. So, I think that sometimes fans sort of keep our idols like frozen in time, like they'll never get sick or they'll never pass away or they'll never get married or have kids. But they're allowed to change their ideas, change what they wear, change who they want to date. It's just life, and I wish that we would kind of keep that in the forefront a little bit more.
Completely agree. Nicole said people need to let that woman live, and then Jillian said people who shade others about their bodies need to grow up, and I completely agree. I think it's crazy that we even still have to have these conversations, but Billie Eilish is proof that we do, and honestly, I don't think that they're ever going to end.
Especially for young people. I don't want young people like always growing up feeling like they're going to be critiqued. You know what I mean? That sucks.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Just trying to grow and just do your own thing.
I can't imagine growing up with social media now. Like, you mom tribe, you guys who have middle schoolers, and the fact that they're able to have Instagram and Twitter. Like, I cannot even imagine even being in high school and having Instagram.
Yeah. Maddison, I would have been doing the most. So I'm very glad that I was out of high school by the time Instagram rolled her little self around onto our phones.
Well, especially because you and I, if we need to get petty, we'll get petty.
Absolutely.
And so I feel like we would have definitely gotten ourselves into some social media drama.
And I don't need no more of that.
Yeah, exactly. And I get enough of that as a grown adult thanks to the Believers. So let's go ahead and move on and talk about Lizzo and Diddy. Because there's some drama with them, which is absolutely crazy, but you know how the world is. So yesterday, Diddy hosted a dance-a-thon, a dance marathon on Instagram Live to raise money for healthcare workers in underserved areas. Great, fantastic, everything was going good. His ex J-Lo joined in with A-Rod. We thought that was going to be the OMG moment, the awkwardness. Oh, but no, the awkwardness came when Lizzo joined, and she started twerking, and all of a sudden Diddy stopped her abruptly and was like, no, whoa, this is a family-friendly thing. It's Easter. And you can tell Lizzo kind of at first like feels like, oh my God, like she's trying to play it off, but she definitely feels a little uncomfortable. She shakes it off though. They go on to play another song. They played, her music, and it's fine. It continues. No one thought anything of it until later on in the dance marathon. Model Dre Michelle also started twerking.
Yeah, we got Drea up there.
Didn't say anything. He's clapped, like, cheering her on. She's going, not dancing family friendly at all. So therefore, Diddy started getting tons of hate online. People were accusing him of being disrespectful, of body shaming, obviously not treating Lizzo and Drea equally. So then he took to his Instagram after the dance marathon to clarify that he stopped Lizzo because the song she was dancing to had a lot of cuss words in it. And he didn't feel that was appropriate for families, including his own young children. He made a joke of like, I don't need child services coming to my house right now. And so Lizzo reposted his video message on her Instagram story, which leads me to believe that I guess everything's fine. He said, you know, nothing wrong with twerking. He loves Lizzo. She's the best. What do you think?
See, I want to be hypercritical because I could say, well, Diddy, think about all the music you've made in the past that your children has probably heard. However, this was like something for charity, but also one cheek, two cheek for Drea. But, I feel like maybe it looked wrong. I want to believe that it looked wrong and maybe Diddy is being honest. But to be honest with y'all, I'm not so sure. I'm just really not sure because up until the point where you were talking about him talking about the music, I was left at, I saw with my own eyes Diddy's tell Lizzo to stop twerking, but then I also know I saw later that day on Twitter, Drea was giving us one cheek, two cheek, and there was no problem. So what do y'all think, T-Tribe? Do y'all think that Diddy was saying because Lizzo is a bigger woman, she shouldn't be clapping for the boys and girls of the world with her hind parts? Or do you think that it was just a soundtrack issue?
So Wesley said category is BS the house down. Serena said, well, then tell her to put on a clean song, simple and easy, no child services needed, Diddy. I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of thinking that Diddy... He did say something about
family-friendly in the clip, though, Maddison. He did say that. I will give him that.
He did say family-friendly. He did. Tina said, I think BS. And then Christina said he should have just told them both, not just Lizzo.
Mimi said the kids were in the room and the song was definitely cursing back to back.
I don't know. The only reason why I think that Diddy is being truthful is only because Lizzo reposted that on her story. And Lizzo in the past has had no problem calling people out if she does feel that they're body shaming her. Like, she's called out TikTok. She'll call out other celebrities. She called out Julian Michaels. Yes.
I don't, and this is me being honest.
You don't think she would have called him out?
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to call Diddy out if I were Lizzo. I ain't even on front. I done grown up with Diddy on the TV.
I mean, making the band is one thing that we bonded over years ago.
Exactly, Madison. If I were Lizzo, even if he were in the wrong, I couldn't see myself where I'm at in my career going against Diddy just yet. I would need to be at an Ariana kind of level. You get what I'm saying? Before I done take Grammys off and Diddy could get it too. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like Lizzo, I think she was more understanding than she was about the situation. I
want to just say I hope that it's fine, only because it was for a really good cause. And I'm happy that Diddy took initiative and did something, and he did say, he's like, let's keep it positive. Everyone's trying to turn it into something negative. Like, obviously we don't need this right now. So I want to believe that everything's copacetic, but I understand that it's 50-50 for a lot of people.
Music lovers, right where I'm at. Diddy has too much power. Lizzo is not dumb, and I agree.
Yeah. I agree. I will say, though, his little facial hair is getting a little gray. I was like,
yes. You give it us Metuashon.
Never beard. I like it. Okay, we're going to move on and talk about One Direction. So, Directioners, if you've been waiting, here you go. There is potential evidence that Zayn Malik might be joining the One Direction reunion. This is the thing that we were not sure about as of Friday. But we have a little evidence. Over the weekend, One Direction fans noticed a couple things signifying that Zayn might join this reunion. One, on the official One Direction Twitter account, they added Zayn back to the list, on their list. And the only people on there are the band members, obviously, and a select fan account. Like, only a few things. information for VIP tickets, and a fan account. So that's one little piece of evidence. The second piece of evidence is that Liam and Harry also started following him on Twitter over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think these are pointing towards Zayn Malik joining One Direction for the reunion?
Yes, and the other reason why is because the Directioners I saw, they were going buck because on the Apple Music page, I know a lot of y'all probably don't have Apple Music, but I'm an Apple Musicer. And on the One Direction like profile page before, it was just the 4 of them, but over the weekend they put up a picture, they switched out the banner, and now it's the 5 of them again. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, that's 3. That's 3 for 3.
Yeah, that's 3 for 3. I think it's happening. It's coming up in July? Question mark, right? So
That's
I mean, that's
anniversary.
more than enough time to come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no concert. I don't want no virtual nothing. I would be all right with one congratulatory buzz single and one hour and 45-minute all bets are off Zane Lowe Apple Music interview. That's what I want. Directioners, can you get on board with that? I don't need a music video. I don't need another album at this point until this is all over. Mm-hmm. But I think a song is fair and a Zane Lowe something, because Zane Lowe, he gets into it. I need Zane Lowe.
No, yes. I love Zane Lowe. I think he is so good at really getting into the nitty-gritty. I also agree with you. I don't think an album would come at this time because I feel like they're all still too invested in their solo careers. I think now it's appropriate to have one, exactly what you said, one buzz single, do some press together, and I think we'll still have to wait for another album and probably even a tour. But honestly, at this point, Wesley said and a documentary. Sorry.
Oh my God, Wesley. All roads lead to home. The One Direction documentary. Bam! They're all having solo careers, and then one phone rings after the other. Bing, 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 and then it goes through the process of them accepting. We're getting back to. Oh, Wesley, that was good. Call Netflix. Me and Matt.
I also think it won't be a Zoom reunion because Harry Styles already said no, we're not doing that. So I don't even think we necessarily have to worry about that, but I'm for your idea. And if we got a documentary a little sprinkled in on top, even better. Even better. We also have Wendy A. Happy Monday, Courtney and Maddison. Coming out of my birthday weekend, I'm now 18 with 21 years of experience.
Yes, Wendy. Yes.
Love you guys. We love you. And that is the new way I am telling everyone my age. So thank you. That's the best way to say it. I see what you guys are excited about, all One Direction, all of that good stuff. Yes, Zane Lowe, for those of you who don't know, I saw Julie ask that question. He does interviews with Apple Music, and normally they're these long, in-depth interviews that are really interesting. I feel like he's really good at kind of getting artists to open up about topics they don't want to open up about.
Yes, that's what I love. That's what I love about an interview in general. I hate watching, and I won't say any brands' names because I'm a professional, but I hate when I watch brand interviews that are all asking the same kind of question. I'm probably going to turn it off halfway through. I invest in an interview that is like, okay, we know your favorite color is blue, but when you were 3 years old and you saw the sky for the first, like, you know what I mean? I love that. Like, you dated this woman, but what's actually your type, and how did you guys meet, and also what's their favorite food, and what's their mom like? Like, that's the kind of stuff I like.
Exactly. Okay, you guys, we're going to move on and talk about this whole Demi Lovato situation. We got a couple Demi Lovato situations.
Oh, I was like, she's coming. What, is she in drama?
So, a little bit of drama. First and foremost, the drama that Demi is in is that she recently made an I Love Me playlist. Okay. Which included female artists like Beyonce, Shania Twain, Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa, Megan Thee Stallion, Billie Eilish, Miley, and Ariana. But shockingly, guess who was absent from that female empowerment playlist?
Well, I'm looking at this banner that Leo done put it up here and is saying that Taylor and Selena ain't on it.
Yes, Selena and Taylor. What are your thoughts?
They're not there. There's her playlist. Drama? I'm not mad at it. I don't want Demi to do things just to appease us. Like, if she felt like a Taylor Swift song belonged on there or a Selena song belonged on there, she would have put them on there. Right. But I feel like I wouldn't want anyone being like, well, Courtney, why didn't you put this on your playlist? Because then I might have to have a Demi Lovato style outburst on my Instagram story. So I understand. I don't take it as shade. I just take it as Demi Lovato has a particular taste and they didn't fit in that particular idea.
No, I definitely agree. I think it's the fans, once again.
Tamara said Scooter said no.
Kind of inserting themselves, obviously, and the fans being like, oh, something feels off. Like I always say, want to believe that Selena and Demi, on some level, are cordial with one another, but who really knows? Who really knows?
You can be cordial and not put them on the playlist. Just want to throw that out there for y'all watch.
That's
you
true.
Can be cordial
Exactly.
And exactly. And I'm not going to go home and put you on this playlist, though.
Exactly. We also have a little more Demi news. So her song with Sam Smith is officially coming out on Friday. Are you
Fantastic.
excited? Are you excited?
I'm excited if it's fast. Or at least, you know what I mean? I don't want anything crying. I don't want to cry on Friday. I want to feel like once my work day is over, I'm ready to drop it low to the floor and pick it up slow.
But do you think it'll actually be like that, or do you think it's going to be emotional?
I think that because they both are criers musically, I think that maybe they'll do something opposite, like fun and quirky, and they look quirky on the cover, like the whole Olympic like medal shtick. I kind of get that maybe they'll do something fun. Maybe the music video will be campy. Maybe.
I know. I hope so.
I wish for.
I hope so. I'm 50-50 right now. I don't know. I agree with you. I will say I love Sam Smith. I feel like Sam Smith is so freaking talented. I obviously love Demi, and they are really good friends. So I'm hoping maybe we get to see a little bit more of that friendship, but I don't know. I don't know if we will.
We'll have to see. I mean, let's see how I feel by Thursday, because right now I feel very all right about it, but I don't feel like Demi is coming, and I want to feel like Demi is coming, and I don't feel that yet. But hopefully by the time the album comes, I'll feel that way.
And honestly, even if it's something that I don't love on first listen, I feel like I didn't, like, I loved Me when I first heard it. I was like, oh yeah, but the more I hear it, I'm like, oh my god, yes, Demi, here it is. So even if it's not like that on first listen, I feel like it might be one of those that after a little bit, you and I are like, okay, I know we said this, but now it's really good.
and that's okay. It's okay to not like something on first listen, but if you're open to giving it more chances and it wins you over, that's just as fine.
Exactly. A lot of you guys are thinking that it's going to be emotional. Tiny Media said it will be emotional because it's Sam Smith. And then Mayberry said one of her other songs linked and it was boring. Sounded like a Taylor Swift song. Now, Mayberry,
well,
starting drama.
Well, how so?
We also have Natalie. Well, Taylor and Selena do not need her for streams. Just saying. Love you guys. And I need happy music right now. We all do. Completely agree.
I think that's why I like Dua Lipa's album, because it's 37 minutes of happy music.
Yes. Natalie, if you do need some good music, Dua Lipa, go play it. You can listen to Dua Lipa and then the morning tea, and hopefully you can get ready to continue to go save the world, because like she said, she's an RN. She is literally on the front line, so thank you.
Wait, you said Natalie is an RN?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
She's music right now. I thought she said she was an RN. Well, either way, Natalie, thank you.
You're going back to bed, Maddison. You're silly.
I need to go back to bed if we're being honest, honestly. Okay, we're going to get into some couples therapy right now, some of the celebrity couples news that we have. Kicking it off with Miley and Cody. So, you guys, Miley gave Cody Simpson a little makeover over the weekend to help end toxic masculinity. She shaved his head, gave him a nice little makeover. She posted that on her story and said that she beat that face. So that's what Miley and Cody did this weekend. And I can see your face right now. And not everyone could when I was telling that story, but it was not good.
Couples therapy in our sanctuary. Wesley, you're on it today. Fantastic, great. I just want to know why Cody Simpson gets to do it and it's cute and cool, but when Harry does it, he gets dragged. That's my question, honestly.
That's a very, very, very good question. Especially, remember when Harry Styles, what was that recent magazine cover he did?
Are you talking about beauty papers?
Is that where he was wearing the fishnets?
Oh, girl, where he was wearing the girl, let me clear these notifications. Where he was wearing the fishnets.
Yes, exactly. But But I remember when that came out, we were loving it because we were like, he is the Elton John of our generation. We're obsessed. And I agree with you. People were kind of confused, which I don't know why. Harry Styles has always been about not having lines when it comes to fashion. And he's always crossing whatever you would say are gender norms when it comes to dressing. So I don't really get it. But I agree with you. People drag Harry and look at Cody and it's like, oh my God, that's so funny. Miley did his makeup.
Like, I'm glad that I guess she's playing her part. I can't be mad at it. It just feels very, I don't remember the name of the song. I'm sure you guys watching know, but Bad Bunny just recently did like a music video where he dressed up as a woman, and that's what all the major big Twitter accounts were saying, that he's ending toxic masculinity. So now it kind of feels like now y'all are jumping on a bandwagon, I guess. But is it for a negative purpose? I guess not. It's just annoying to me because I know that it's stunty, if that makes sense.
No, I completely agree. I feel like, unfortunately, with Miley and Cody, when it comes to these two, because we already think that they're kind of shammy, when it's something like this where we want to be like, yeah, we love it, we're kind of like, oh, okay, great, yay, you know? I know. It's just, it always feels like that. And I think especially too, as you pointed out, the fact that Cody, you know, released a new song with his poetry book. I think it's just all of those things.
And I'm sure I'm the only one that talked about that, Maddison, for the brief time that I did. Ain't no one else knew.
Honestly, I haven't seen anything about it anywhere.
But we heard about Cody is ending toxic masculinity. So maybe that will lead people to Google, who's Cody Simpson? Because y'all don't know. And then his music will come up, and then
he had 2 hits back in the early 2000s. We always
whatever that song
Simpson was. Fans who always watch and let us know. He did have hits back in the day.
Alex Erickson said putting makeup on your boyfriend for Instagram doesn't help end toxic masculinity, in my opinion. And you can say it doesn't mean that it does, and I agree. So
completely agree. Natalie again said it feels shady. Nah, I do not like Cody and Miley. And people are just not here for it. Mercedes said, Bad Bunny is not stunty. He's unproblematic. And exactly, we were just pointing out.
Yeah, I felt like Bad Bunny was doing something that was important and something that like wasn't planned and didn't feel stunty. He just did something because that's who he is. That's how he lives. Let me say that. That's how he lives. He lives to end toxic masculinity just by being who he is. It feels stunty when it's like, Miley's like, all right. It appears to be Miley's like, pet project. Look, he's ending toxic masculinity. Now stream his poetry. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Okay, we're going to move on and get into Selena Gomez's candid interview. You guys, with Interview Magazine, she talked about her past relationships. So if you love Selena Gomez, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. You go ahead and put your crowns in the chat. Put them up in the chat. Yes. Or as Courtney likes to say, if you see us blink, like this video.
Give this video a thumbs up if you can hear us breathe.
Okay, so you guys, Selena Gomez sat down with Interview Magazine for their April issue. She was actually interviewed by Amy Schumer. We know that they definitely are kind of social media friends turned real life friends. I don't know if you remember, but when Amy Schumer came out with her movie, I Feel Pretty, Selena Gomez loved it, and that's when kind of she started reaching out to Amy Schumer on social media, and they kind of formed this really great friendship that I think is awesome. I love when random celebrities who you wouldn't necessarily think are friends are friends. I don't know. It just makes me happy. But anyway, she talked with Amy about her life and career. Specifically, she opened up about how it was never her intention to become a tabloid. She said when that happened, she was taken aback, and she was like, all of these things out here are not true. She went on to say, quote, the way the media has sometimes tried to explain things has made it sound really bad, when in reality, there's nothing wrong with the fact that I needed to go away or that I fell in love. I had to start opening up because people were taking away my narrative, and it was killing me. Selena noted that the public attention got out of control when she was really young. She said it showed people she was really weak in some moments, and she believed that some people liked to build her up just to tear her down.
Now, Maddison, I want to ask you something that just came to mind, right? Selena went away. Taylor went away. Why was the Reputation era so different, not in a negative way, but just in comparison to Rare? Because Selena's back, She's being open, she's being honest, she's being vulnerable. She's done interviews, not a lot of live performances, but interviews where she's opened up about her life, her relationships with people, her mental health, which is, I guess, her step in taking control of her narrative, right? Mm-hmm. Why does it not feel as impactful just yet?
So I think the difference between like a Reputation era and a Rare era is Taylor Swift was really kicked down by a lot of people in the industry. Like not only social media, but also her peers, her coworkers, if you want to even say that. Like people in the industry were literally publicly trying to take her down and ruin her. Selena Gomez, on the other hand, didn't really face that same sort of criticism. I feel like Selena's kind of hate came from fans and people on the internet who are immature. So I think it's very different when you are kicked down and someone's trying to ruin you who is also on your level than people who actually mean nothing, but just after seeing that continued negativity, it gets to you to the point where you just want to share your truth. Taylor Swift wanted to come out and give everyone the middle finger. You know what I'm saying? I just see, maybe that's where I just feel like they have different approaches.
It's difficult. It's difficult when it's at a bigger scale, right? Just because we have people in here that have probably watched this whole episode right now. For example, at the beginning of the show, I was upset because I feel like the narrative of Hollyscoop was being taken all the way out there in terms of us purposely spreading and slandering Justin Bieber. But because we have this platform, I can sit up here with my little raggedy bill that I'm not going to pay and run through dates and receipts and stuff like that. So maybe that was Selena's way of doing that. I just want more from her and for her. Not in a negative way. I just want to see more. I don't know music, but in terms of what she has delivered thus far. Because we've heard about Rare Beauty. We have the album. We have Deluxe. We have the 3 songs. But I'm curious to know if in the future she's going to do things even remotely from home to promote those things. Because I want to see Selena win. Despite the challenges that she's revealed to us.
I feel like you're looking for Selena's middle finger moment.
Maybe?
You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know when Look What You Made Me Do came out and we were all like, oh my God, what is happening? You know what I mean? We were like, the old Taylor's dead. Well, oh my God. And I think with Rare, it was just so different than anything Selena's put out. So we were just like, oh my God, yes, okay.
Yeah, I was just excited to have her back, honestly.
Exactly. It was just a little different. So I feel like maybe that's what you mean by that, of just like looking for that like really big.
Maybe, man. And I think you're right.
I do have to give her props for taking control of her narrative. And honestly, I feel like her and Taylor are very similar in that way, where they felt like they had lost total control until they were able to figure out and craft a way that was artistic and true to themselves and not necessarily outwardly petty or anything like that, and really tell their side of the story. So to me, I mean, think about it. Taylor said the first time she heard Selena's new song, she cried.
I'm glad that they both were able to sort of come through the fire stronger than before. I was just curious on you and your guys' thoughts on how they wanted to show that to people, because it's very both of their ways are very different to me. No, but still agree. Powerful. Completely
agree. And I think honestly for Selena too, just the fact that she is able to open up about her relationships, like even in an interview like this, think about that. Previously, Selena would never say anything, would never comment anything. And now I feel like the more comfortable she gets, because think about it, it's not easy to admit you were in an emotionally abusive relationship with another celebrity, another pop star who is just as famous as you.
Yes, ma'am.
That's not easy to admit. So I feel like the more she also talks about it and the more interviews she does like this, it'll get easier and we might get that like chutzpah moment that we're looking for.
I couldn't imagine 45 seconds in the mind and body of a wealthy person in terms of what their issues and problems are. Selena, I throw Justin in there, Haley, Taylor, the Kardashians. Just 45 seconds. Because you know when you sit and you're like, oh my God, I've got this going on, this going on, this going on, this going on, and maybe the list might end at like 7 things. You know, once it gets like 5 to 7, it's like, well, whatever. But for a celebrity, it could be like 17 things going on, and Courtney and Maddison somewhere out there dragging us, and those people over there. Then I go to the supermarket and pick up a magazine and I'm on the cover of it. I could not imagine Maddison.
I know. Me neither. Me neither. But now we're going to talk about a family who goes through this all the time. We're going to talk about Courtney. We're going to talk about Kylie and Travis. Then we're going to get into this Khloe and Tristan news. So turn your volumes down for...
Kardashian Tristan! Hello to everyone in my living room, which is no one.
Hello to Courtney's empty living room. The first thing we're talking about is Kourtney Kardashian because she made an interesting little comment on her Instagram about pregnancy this weekend. So she posted a photo of herself all glammed up, and someone commented saying that she looked pregnant. Then another fan responded and said, nope, wish she was, which then Kourtney then jumped in and said, put the blessing out there, though.
So
is a fourth child coming for her? I don't know.
Not right now.
Also, I mean, I don't think she necessarily looks pregnant in that photo. I think
I don't think so.
Thicker maybe than normal, but I don't think she looks...
She looked nice and thick.
Yeah,
she looked
I
thick
feel
and juicy, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know. She ain't pregnant.
I don't think
she's
pregnant. But my thing is, if she were to have a fourth child... Do you think it would be with Scott?
No.
Or would it... Okay.
I think if she could, she would, but no.
Right. Because everyone's asking in the chat, with who? With who is Kourtney going to have
the same way.
Child?
With who, girl? Can you stay happy long enough to keep them?
Right? Think about it. The only really long-lasting relationship she did have was with Scott. And I feel like, in Kourtney's mind, 3 of her children are with Scott. So she would... likely want the 4th to be from Scott, but he's with Sophia Richie, so unless something changes, because I even feel like, I remember a couple seasons ago it was discussed like, oh, maybe, Kourtney could just take Scott's sperm and have another child, but even that, I feel like Sophia Richie would kind of be like,
I would be like, absolutely not.
So then you guys can go through 9 months of being, these parents. Obviously, Scott would be there for... I just feel like that's a very blurry line.
Or is it so absurd that Chris is currently putting that plan into motion right now to save the show?
Would make for a really good storyline. Scott and Kourtney back together and having a baby.
Because, I mean, they could start it off with just a picture of Kourtney, a pregnancy announcement, and then give us a week of no answer as for who the father is. And they keep on posting like normal. And then when it reaches ahead, it's like, here's the trailer for Keeping Up. And it's like, is Scott the father? Like, that's excellent. Chris, we could have that. But, right?
For sure.
Y'all can see that as a plan.
Absolutely. Natalie said, did she freeze her eggs and embryos with Scott like Chris suggested Khloe do with Tristan? I don't know if Kourtney froze her eggs. I feel like she did freeze some of her eggs. But that could also be me just confusing everyone's storylines. But I feel like Kourtney did a while ago just in case she wanted another child. But I definitely don't see her having one with Eunice. I saw some people talking about that. No. Nike Tiegler said maybe adoption. I don't know.
I don't see her adopting, but I feel like if that were the case, wouldn't any of the other sisters have adopted already?
That's how I kind of feel about it too.
Right? I feel like Kim would adopt a child by now if she was going to adopt a child.
I agree. Let's move on and talk about Kylie and Travis.
Yes.
So Kylie and Travis were seemingly quarantined together in Palm Springs this weekend with Mama Chris. They jumped ship from Calabasas to Palm Springs, and there's video evidence that they actually were together. So first, you guys have to make sure you're paying attention. Turn your volumes up on your computers now. In the first video that Leo's going to play for you guys, Courtney's like,
I'm like,
turn my volume up. In the first video Leo's going to play, you can hear, so Mama Chris is trying to make a pizza, and she's failing, obviously, in the pizza oven. And you can hear someone at the end, in Travis's, it sounds like Travis, say, is it hot? So everyone turn your volumes up and pay attention while Leo hits it.
I think I just should leave it alone.
Is it hot? Okay. There was that little tidbit at the end. So that's piece of evidence number 1. Piece of evidence number 2 was Travis Scott also posted on his Instagram a video of Stormi playing by the pool.
This your vibe?
So what is going on? Because
I can tell you right now, the chat is saying that's Corey.
you think that's Corey? I don't know, guys.
If it's not, we know Kanye voice.
Then how do you
There ain't that many black people in the family. So.
How do you explain Travis Scott also posting the video of Stormi by the pool?
What y'all got to say about that, chat? Did Corey send that video to Travis? Just like, your kid's all right? And then Travis said, look at my baby.
I mean, that would really... I'm not putting it past them. Not putting it past the Kardashians to do that. But that would be a lot of follow-through. And a lot of twisting and turning. And a lot of trying to confuse people.
Well, Maddison, it's a lot of money at stake. You would do the same thing.
That's true, I guess. That's true. I don't know. I just don't feel like... Well, but Travis, I feel like he loves Kylie and he loves Stormi. And if Kylie said, Mama Chris needs us to do this, suck it up and do it, maybe you're right. Maybe he would.
Oh, I believe so.
To me,
I think that conversation was had
at the end. Even if that was Corey's voice at the end, I still feel like he was there. Just my own opinion.
And Courtney froze her eggs because Natalie Googled it. Thank you, Natalie. Because I was sitting here still kind of wondering, like, well, did she freeze her eggs?
Okay, I'm glad. I was like, I feel like I watched that on a Keeping Up storyline, but yes. And I'm laughing because JT said, ask Mason on a live chat. And he said, yes. So that's what I wanted to bring up. So obviously Mason said that they're not together. So A, was Mason just wrong and trying to act like he knows grown people's business and he doesn't actually know grown people's business? Or B, are they trying to combat and clean up the mess that Mason made?
I think it's that. Because I feel like Mason was saying what any child would say and something unfiltered. He is repeating exactly what he hear in his house. That's why I feel that the Kardashians feel that way towards Jeffree Star. And even though Jeffree Star is Jeffree Star, Maddison, I'm not even going to open up this can of worms again. There's still that, like we said, that 1% that's like, well, Jeffree said what he said about Jordan and Tristan. And then it was hush from Jeffree's side. And I feel like Jeffree don't hush unless there's a lawyer being on that phone. So just wanted to
put that out there. I agree. I think we need Mason to definitely make a return, whether that be via TikTok Live, whether that be he makes a fake Twitter. I don't know. We definitely need Mason to return and kind of clean this up because I'm also very confused. I see you guys in the chat now also being half and half, like, yes, the pizza video sounds like Corey, but then obviously maybe Travis was still there. My thing is, do you guys even want a Kylie and Travis reunion at this point, or are you over it because there's too much back and forth?
I like them together.
Me too. I still feel like I would be excited if they actually came out and said, we are together, here it is. I feel like there would still be a lot of happy fans, but then I also feel like some people would be like, okay, why? We've been hearing so much back and forth, we don't even care anymore.
It's not time yet. Chris got her outline, and this is not going to plan because the crisis has thrown off the season of events. You get what I'm saying? It's like Animal Crossing on specific dates. These events are going to happen, Maddison, and we're all just waiting. We just don't know the dates. Now, Chris, you need to let us know when this is going to happen, when we're going to find out Khloe and Tristan are finally together. What are we going to find out? At the wedding? Like, girl, we need to know. Not that we need, but we're curious.
Exactly.
Because we eat it all up.
Exactly. Corona's really getting in the way of a lot. Let's move on and talk about Khloe and Tristan now. All of this drama. So, this weekend, in addition to Easter, was also True's second birthday. And we know that Khloe and Tristan have been quarantining together, but we got confirmation that they celebrated her birthday together thanks to Khloe's freaking Instagram. Tristan is there in all of his glory, holding True. They blow out the candles of one cake. Then she goes over with Khloe, blows out the candles of another. Even earlier that morning, Khloe was like, True's about to wake up, and it's a troll-themed birthday, and, her party's just going to be me, her and her dad, but we're still going to make it special. I think just seeing him on her Instagram, I thought that I wouldn't care because I obviously know they're back together. We've talked about her theory ad nauseum. But for some reason, just seeing him appear under that name, Khloe Kardashian, really irritated me.
Maddison, I clicked on this woman's Instagram story yesterday and I had to control myself because I wanted to just swipe away, first of all. For those of y'all that don't know, I don't even look at nobody's Instagram story. I don't have the time. I'm invested in my own story of my life. So to sit and click Khloe Kardashian's story and for it to be periods across the screen, I was like, people make Instagram stories that long where it's dots? Saw Tristan smiling there. I said, well, that's what she wants. I cannot be mad at Khloe because this is what she wants. She wants this man that has embarrassed her on a worldwide level. She wants that. She wants to be laughed at. They're all gonna laugh at you, like Carrie. She wants that. So let her have it. And you know what? Much like most good television characters, when it all fall apart, we'll be there to pick up the pieces and dissect them one by one here on the morning tea, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure y'all don't miss Car Jenner Tea Time when we go through the mess. Right?
It definitely will fall apart, in my opinion. I feel like you cannot have change and really any sort of redirection at all until you actually admit what you did. And you guys know I sit up here all the time and say the difference between a Tristan and a Lamar or a Tristan and a Scott is the fact that he has never publicly, and I'm not just talking about Khloe, he needs to publicly admit to what he's done and show us that he has remorse and show us that he's changed for me to ever think that anything could be different. But I agree with you. I think at this point it's definitely going to fall apart. And it's just mind-boggling to me that we're even going through this again.
Maddison, I have a very important question because now I'm sitting here thinking about us and as it relates to the Car Jenners. If Tristan didn't exist and Lamar had a child with Khloe, with everything that still happened, would we feel the same way about Lamar as we feel about Tristan today?
See, but it's so hard because Lamar owned up to everything he did.
He did. But would he have been able to do that if a child were involved? Would he have gotten help? Would he have even gone to the hospital? Who knows? I wonder.
I have to believe that he would have.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm like, for some reason, I just have a soft spot for him. And I think I think it's because we have obviously met Lamar too, and I think you can see when you meet him and on his face that he truly is humbled and he is remorseful and he really is in kind of this season of kind of growing and changing and really redefining who he is. And I guess for me, I just haven't seen that side of Tristan. I feel like every time I see him, he just looks smug and he looks like, I got away with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And it looks worse because especially after Lamar did what he did, we all kind of got to see him rise from the concrete again. And we're like, wait, you go, Lamar. And then we look over at Khloe and she's like, I got cheated on. And we're like, well, he's right there, girl. Right.
I also think part of me too also feels that, like, let's say Lamar had never gotten to the point that he got to, like, things never really got that bad. Part of me likes to believe that maybe in some alternative universe, him and Khloe would have worked it out.
Yeah, I agree.
But I also think, which is wrong to say because True is absolutely adorable. True is the cutest, the biggest blessing for Khloe. Khloe has always been very vocal about how she's wanted to be a mom. So I think that's fantastic. I think that's great. I hope Tristan can change. I hope, you know what, maybe he can and we just haven't seen it yet. Maybe that's being saved for the web series.
Maybe that's why Khloe's able to look past it. Let's wrap it up with that. Maybe that's why she's able to look past it, because at the end of the day, no matter what type of clown mask Tristan has placed on her face, he gave her the greatest gift of all, which is something she's always wanted, and that is to be a mother. Wow, that's
positivity right there at the end. There at the end. A little bow. I want to shout out Fessy. Fessy said Khloe needs a new scandal before she learns, and Fessy, sadly, I feel like you're probably right. And we'll be here to definitely keep you guys updated when that's going to happen. That is all the time we have. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you. We love you so much. Literally, words can't even describe and express how much
Not even a little bit.
you guys, and appreciate you for supporting us. Please continue to share and spread the message of the morning tea. Also, make sure you're following us on social media. We got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got Twitter. We also have our own individual YouTube channels. Also, please make sure that you are following Shambong Dave and Hit It Leo. Hit It Leo came with receipts today.
Yes.
And he's the whole reason that Courtney and I can even do this on the morning. So please shout him out and give him lots of love on social media as well. And you guys, we'll be back tomorrow for Tequila Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Now you better wash your hands. Hey, you better wash your hands. Hey, you better wash your hands. It's in demand, your hands. Your hands, miss ma'am. You better grab the soap. You better pump some more. You better wash your hands, miss ma'am. Just wash your hands, miss ma'am. Better wash your hands.